How's everybody doing? Welcome back to another video, guys. Blue Monster here, and what better time to have a tier list video for you guys? We haven't done one of these in a while, and we're far enough into this current patch that I feel I have a pretty good understanding of most of these heroes, where they fit in the current meta. Keep in mind, guys, heroes drastically change when Eternals come out, when Eternals get nerfed, buffed, things like that. So we're going to talk about what I think is really good and what is playable into some of these broken Saterial picks that we're seeing. So I just want to give a disclaimer for this video. This is a tier list based off of what I think is good right now, coming from a competitor mindset. This is not like a 1v1 tier list video, like what offlaner B2 in a 1v1. It's not just about that. It's not about what snowballs and like low ranked lobbies. This is basically what actually performs consistently well in the higher end of Predecessor play. Keep in mind, guys, I have not fully limit tested all these characters. I just simply don't have that time. As much as I play, it's just impossible to like play every single character a lot. But this is obviously 100% opinion based, as we know. So yeah, let's get right into it, guys. So first things first, I want to knock these out. These probably will be in the bottom of my tier list almost every time, unless they get giga buffed, which I just don't see happening. These two little sisters, these haven't been fully limit tested, but it's just the same story with these two. Like, if you can get a late game with these, obviously they're a big problem, right? If you can get 4 or 5 items, they're a big problem, right? The problem is like they just get bullied out of lane so early. Like, almost any character that you see under this, like, I would just beat these two with. It's like any character, right? So these two get bullied out of lane. If they get behind at all, they're just super weak. They're super weak in team fight because they can't farm. They're getting bullied. They always are being pressed into tower. They never have first rotation. Their wave clear is fine, but not early. Like, they need items, right? So these two are just very oppressed, just not good. You don't see them in competitive, like, rarely ever, and there's a reason for that. They just get hyper bullied. They might be fine in certain matchups, but overall they're just kind of meh, and I don't want to spend too much time on these two. Just want to knock out the boring ones first. Chimera, I just throw in that same position. Like, some people think Chimera is better. I just don't think he's that good. Like, if you feed a Chimera, obviously he'll be a problem in the offlane, but overall, he's just not a problem. Like, he's good like early levels, but he's easily gankable. He can't really tower dive you because he has no way to get out. If he has flash, then he can get out, but if he doesn't have flash, he can't ever tower dive you. He eventually just gets outscaled by like almost every single matchup. He only bullies certain matchups. He does get bullied into others. He's just very situational and very snowball. That's the only way you get value out of it. If you don't snowball, then you're basically useless. You're bad in team fights. You fall off hard mid game, and it's very meh. So next one is Scarlet. So this is obviously the new hero. I think Scarlet's design is very amazing. I think she's a very cool character. She obviously needed a buff that she recently got. Overall, though, I think she is not amazing. I think she is just good. She is really good in the 1v1. I just don't think she's that great in team fight. I could be wrong. People are probably going to say she's like way better. I think she's really, really good in like the 2v1. I've played against it so many times in ranked. It does bully lanes, but I just feel like it's so fake. Like, when it comes to late game, like, it doesn't really do that much in a team fight. Everybody, I think it's just the kind of meta it is, because like everybody's just kind of one-shotting right now. Like, Gideons are just doing so much damage. Kiras are doing so much damage to Saterial, Revenants, this and that. It's like Scarlet just gets in a fight and just gets absolutely blown up, and she just, to me, doesn't have that much value. I think she's kind of fake. People are, this going to be a controversial one. People are probably going to say I'm wrong. People are going to say I'm right. I don't know, until I see a Scarlet consistently bullying people in the off lane and actually getting value out of it into the late game, then I will seem to respect it more. But for now, it's like a lane bully, but not much more. You can't really take towers with it, and you can't really rotate that well with it. So to me, it's just kind of fake. It's not meh, but it's just kind of, it's just good. It's not amazing. It's just good. So we'll go to the next one. Yuri. Yuri, I would put good as well. I think Scarlet's probably better than Yuri. Yuri is also a lane bully. She, in the right hands, Yuri's actually pretty insane. There's been a lot of times where Yuri's been OP. I don't think it's one of them. I think she's probably better in the jungle because she just gets more value on the map in the early game with her oppressive kit. She does fall off later, not so much that like her damage, but like if she just basically gets CC, she just dies, right? It just gets to a point in the game where other characters just get so much damage that if this character ever gets CC'd, she just dies, right? It's just one of those things. It's just this is mostly skill dependent. In the right hands, you know, she's probably just OP. But overall, for like the average player, including myself, she's just good, right? Not much more on that. She's pretty low mana economy in lane, so she does struggle with that. She, like I said, in the right matchup, she's very, very strong, but it just doesn't transfer to much into the late. So I don't really think she's like amazing or nothing like that. Adele, ooh, this is an interesting one. I haven't been seeing her much off lane. She's been getting a lot of nerfs. I don't know if that might just be support nerfs though, but they keep messing with her kit. I haven't actually played her much. I do think Adele overall is insane with her kit. Like her kit is just fundamentally insane. I think she is a way better in support than she is in offlane, just because of her wave clear in offlane. It does struggle against a lot of heroes. I wouldn't put her amazing. I would just put her good. I would probably put her behind Scarlet. I think Scarlet probably does get more value than Adele, but somewhere in between, somewhere right here. She is good. I don't think she's amazing. So yeah. Now this one might actually be crazy, but in the right matchup, I think Morn is actually broken, honestly. And like he's amazing in the right matchup because okay, so first of all, his ult is actually just OP. Like he turns off the light for 4 seconds. You can use this across the map. You can farm assists. You can even get kills with it. I've done it. It's honestly just OP. Like you can basically never leave your lane. Just farm the wave. You don't even have to fight your offlaner, and you just turn off the lights for 4 seconds. Your team gets healing buff. They get armor shred. They take damage. They can't see. You know, it's just like there's so many things happening with just his ult that it's insane how strong it is. Now, the reason he's amazing in the right matchup is because if he gets into like a let's say he plays into like a crunch or like a Grux, like he can't really play the lane. So he's only amazing in the right matchup if he's put against something that's very oppressive, like one of those characters that I mentioned. Then he can't really play the game. Second he steps out of tower, he just gets annihilated. But if you put him in a matchup where, you know, they can't really like do much, like a Kwang, like he'll just out heal a Kwang, right? He'll just out heal like a Rampage or even a Zarus, unless they build like some cheesy satirial, then maybe Zarus just bullies him. But there's a lot of matchups that he's amazing and very playable. You run Nell, you basically shred the entire team's armor. It's amazing. Like you just have to see it to like understand it. Honestly, it's kind of hard to explain because there's so much to it. But he can actually bully lanes. Like he out sustains a lot of the matchups that he gets. But he's only amazing in the right matchup. If you put him in the wrong matchup, character can't play the game. He does scale incredibly well, and when he transitions into late game team fights, he's insane. Like, because you're ahead in gold compared to where you would be in support, so you have more tank items, so you're way more hard to kill, and your kit is just like doing so much, right? Like that mez in a team fight is OP, right? You mez like 2 or 3 people in a team fight, sometimes 4 or 5. Like it's insane, right? You turn off the lights, you mez. We all know what Morin does, so I'm not gonna say much more on that. But yeah, I'll put him in amazing in the right matchup. Steel, I'll put him in good. I just played him yesterday in a scrim setting. It did not feel good, to be honest, but overall he is good. He just struggles with wave clear. So if you're going against like a hyper wave clear champ, like I played into a Scarlet, unplayable, right? Scarlet has insane wave clear. She doesn't have mana, so Scarlet never runs out of mana in this matchup. So Scarlet just got to bully me as Steel, right? Because there's nothing I can do about it. But he put Steel against somebody like, you know, Greystone, and you know, he can actually box a Greystone, right? It's just matchup dependent. You put him against like a Riktor, Terra, you know, Aurora, Kwang, even like he can play the game. He's still good. He just struggles with wave clear. I would say he's better than Adele. I don't think he's probably not better than Scarlet. His main thing is just wave clear. If you guys can get in a good matchup, he's probably amazing, but yeah, he just struggles with that department. The reason I would say more is just more like amazing than Steel is just because his team ult at level 6, right? It can just change the tide of fights across the map. That's the only difference. Okay, for Aurora, I've not seen much Aurora lately. I still, she hasn't even gotten touched. I think she's just still Aurora, dude. Like she might be top tier. I don't think she's like OP. Her kit fundamentally is kind of OP, I can't lie, but I'm gonna say probably amazing in the right matchup. Yeah, Aurora's insane. Her damage is insane. Her kit, her CC is insane. The reason I wouldn't put her here is because in some matchups she does get bullied. So if your lane is very playable and you're able to trade well with Aurora and transition into team fight, the character is insane, right? She does get outscaled in like most 1v1s. Like you don't really win most 1v1s like later into the game. A lot of characters just beat you in the 1v1. But in a team fight, that's her best use. Like, you know, walling people off, you know, getting a big ultimate. The Hoarfrost just shuts down a lot of assassins. She is amazing in the right matchup, definitely. Let me get some of my water. Okay. Big Sevi. Okay, so Sevarog, guys. You guys know how much I love Sevarog. Man, they've nerfed this character so many times, guys. Like they've nerfed him like 8 patches in a row. To a point where he just isn't what he was anymore. You know, when you get late game with him, he still feels incredible, right? He does scale really well still. That's the whole design of his kit. But his early game is so bad that it's super hard to play. Like I wouldn't even put him in A. I would just put him in B. Like, I think he is better than Steel because he can clear lane better. And it's more rewarding to play Sev than it is Steel. But yeah, he does struggle. Like he really struggles, and this come from like, you know, the Sevarog guy. You guys know how much I love this character, how much I play him. He's my main character. You know, I still play him even though he's not that good. But he is really hard to play. He just gets bullied so hard in lane. You know, if you do manage to pull ahead in scale, you will find a lot of reward with it. But it's just not amazing. Like I do think he needs a buff. Like he might even be meh, to be honest, but you know, he's pretty weak right now. I think he needs a slight buff. His mana economy is so bad early game. It's so hard to even trade into like 99% of heroes. Like he just gets absolutely bullied. But like I said, he scales well. So it's just kind of like depends on the game state. And if you're able to turtle for 20 minutes, 25 minutes, you know, without losing the entire map. So yeah, he's pretty weak. but I still love him, so I gotta put him somewhere decent, which I think he is still good. He might be meh, like I said, not sure. He's pretty he needs a buff, but I might be a little biased when I say that because I love the hero. So okay, next one, Countess. Honestly, I don't know why people aren't playing this thing as much right now. Honestly, I think Countess is probably insane. She might even be like top tier, but I haven't limit tested enough. I'm gonna say amazing in the right matchups. Um, honestly, it's kind of weird because like I don't think she's probably not top tier. She might be. I don't know. This is a weird one to rank because like, her matchups don't matter. Is what I'm trying to get at. Like her matchups honestly do not matter in the offlane. The reason I say that is she gets to free trade. Like she free trades, right? Like she gets to go in, dump her kit, and leave before the other laner can even really do anything about it. So if she plays her cards right, she can basically just bully like any single lane. But is she top tier? Like is she overall like A plus? It's hard to say. I'm gonna put her just right here for now. I'll just talk about what I think is insane. Like her damage and her trades are insane. I think it's pretty easy to snowball this lane because you can bully it. It's so oppressive. So you basically have insane wave clear from like the beginning of the game till the end. You win almost any matchup because they can't really trade into you. You can get Cyans, you can take enemy jungle, you can rotate first almost every time. The only weak point would be is that she's not really an engage tool. She needs to have teammates that are setting up plays for her so she can actually play. If she doesn't have people like taking like CC and taking the team's attention, this character can't really play. But if this character gets to play for free and she gets to go in and out of the fight and do what she wants to do, this character is like pretty broken. So it's a weird one to rank, to be honest, because there's so many like OP things about her and there's so many like things that can be countered. But overall, I would say she's probably just A. She does a ton of damage right now, like absolutely a ton of damage. She's like one-shotting everything late game. So she's pretty amazing, I would say. Crunch. All right. How are we feeling about that Crunch? He's definitely up there. Crunch is pretty insane right now. He did get buffed like how many patches in a row. So pre-Eternals, this character was OP, like straight up. Not pre-Eternals, but pre-Eternal, the pre-new Eternals, if that makes sense. Hopefully you guys are following me. Pre-new Eternals, this character was OP. Before Weld and Nell and all and Citerial came out, this character was OP. But when the new meta came, this character did fall down a bit. With characters that are running Citerial, this character gets blown up. So like if you go into a team fight and you get CC'd one time and there's a Citerial, Skylar, or Kira shooting you, you're dead. Instant. So he's not as OP because he gets blown up, which has kind of always been his thing. He's just really bad with CC and team fights, but now it's like more dramatic considering the Citerial, right? But I would say he's probably, I think he's still top tier, to be honest, because the reason I say this, he bullies, like he wins like almost, I don't know what he even loses to, honestly. Like the only thing he can lose to early game is like Zarus, but even that he loses that, he still ends up winning later. So he just wins like every single 1v1. The only one that can really fight him is Grux, but only if Grux has R, and even then I think Crunch just bullies Grux if you just play better. He's super hard to gank, super oppressive in lane. He one of the best split pushing champs in the game. He can pick off targets from miles away. He's definitely top tier. He's not OP. He does have counterplay, but he does just bully like almost every single lane. So he is a top pick for me personally in the off lane. I I haven't even tried Pillow yet, but I'm pretty sure Pillow's probably just broken on him. But yeah, he's definitely a top tier pick. Rampage. So last tier list, we didn't give Rampage much love, but I've been seeing the vision. I've been seeing the vision. I'm gonna say he's amazing in the right matchup. If you get to play Rampage in a good matchup, then if he gets like tanky items and he gets to farm, like get his get his CS going, this character Rampage is Rampage, right? Like Rampage is just an insane character. Insanely hard to kill, great mobility, great CC, just an overall staple of the video game. I think he's better in the jungle, but if you get to play him in a good matchup, he's amazing, right? I think his biggest weakness in offlane is his matchup dependent. Like if you play into like something that would just bully you, like a Grux or Crunch, it's pretty bad, right? But if you get to play into something that's playable, right? Like you play against like a Steel, Sev, maybe even Aurora. I haven't tried that matchup, but something that's more playable, like into a Kwang, I think this character is just amazing because he can play the game, he can farm, you know, he can get into his team fight, he can do what he wants to do, right? So this character is very, very strong. Rumble seems pretty insane on him still, or you could probably go Tiny Titan still. I think it's just one of those, probably Rumble. But yeah, Shinbi. This character might be OP right now, honestly. Haven't seen it enough. I don't know why people aren't playing this because we all know it's kind of broken. I think people are just like handshaking this low key and being like, yeah, it's broken, but we're not going to play because it's ridiculous and it's stupid. But I'm gonna say top tier because I don't know if it's actually broken. Because like when I play into Shinbi's in offlane, I could just be skill diff, but I just beat him most of the time. Like I still think there is a lot of characters that beat Shinbi. She's not like a character in the offlane that you just pick and just automatically win, right? Like she does scale incredibly well, but I think her early game is still like it's better because of Pillow, but it's not like top tier, I guess. But I could be wrong. She could be OP. She's definitely top tier, like 100%, no doubt. Without even seeing or playing her much, I know that she is. She gets to farm for free. Her wave clear is insane. Her scaling is insane. So yeah, this character is definitely a top tier right now. There's no doubt in my mind about that. So okay guys, we're actually almost done. A few more to go. Zarus, this character's been insane lately. I think he's top tier. He can play most matchups. I think Zarus's like counters throughout time have always been tanks. Like he struggles against like tanks like Steel, Sev in lane, but like Sev's early game is so weak now that Zarus is still like very playable in the early game. So I think this character is just top tier because he's very oppressive in the early game. He can control the lane for like the majority of the game. With that being said, he always gets first rotations early game. His team fight ultimate is just insane. He scales pretty well. If you get enough stacks on his ult, he scales very well. Yeah, oppressive in lane, great wave clear, very great mobility, very great lockdown, very great team fight. I think he's pretty top tier right now. He feels really strong. So I'm gonna put him up here. Riktor. I haven't seen much of him, but I think it's just always the same story. I think he's amazing in the right matchup. Kind of like a Rampage. Riktor is just that character that can make or break a team fight, right? Like he's just that character that you get a good hook on a target, you win the entire team fight. He'll always be that, right? Unless they like take away his hook. But he's always going to be that kind of character, make or break. He in the right hands, like Crazy Fool, shout out Crazy Fool. You hit every freaking hook. This character is OP. But we're human, we don't hit every hook. Now as far as laning, even when you hit hooks, sometimes it doesn't matter, you just lose. Like a Grux will still beat up a Riktor no matter what, almost like 99% of the time. You should never lose that. But yeah, in the right matchup, the game is very playable for him. His wave clear is not bad, a lot better than Steel's, for example. That's the only reason I put him over Steel in the offlane. Yeah, I think he's probably amazing. He might just be good, but we'll put him here for now. Yeah, we'll put him here for now. Okay, so Feng Mao. I'm still gonna just keep him where I think he is. I think he's just good. Now, reason I don't put him higher is because like I know how strong Feng Mao is. Like come late game, it's just in the lane. It's not easy to trade into most heroes. Now, if you're as good as someone like M with Feng Mao, if you know who M is, he's the best Feng Mao in the game. This character's OP, right? But we're all not at that point with Feng Mao, just a normal player, or even somebody like me that plays Feng Mao. It's just good. It loses a lot of matchups. You have to play his character perfect to get value in the off lane, but I think it's just much better in the jungle. Like you just move in the jungle like way easier and more fluid than you do in the off lane. I don't have too much to say on this character, to be honest. Like I know he's actually really insane in the right hands, but overall, like comparing him to like other characters and like what you have to do for this character to be good, I think he's just good. Like he's not bad, he's not amazing, but he's just good for offlane, right? Terra. Okay, I think Terra is actually top tier, guys. I'm not gonna lie. She can play almost any matchup. Her worst matchup's crunch. But yeah, if you're not playing to a crunch, almost everything else is playable. Her wave clear is insane. I think she's better than Zarus. She might even be better than Shinbi. I think she might even be better than Crunch. Honestly, she's insane. She's even getting buffed. Her wave clear is insane. Her sustainability is insane. Her team fight is insane. I mean, everything about her is just nuts, right? She's so hard to kill. She can single out backline so easily. She can win a lot of matchups. She can bully a lot of matchups in lane. She doesn't have a struggle with that. Super hard to gank. Overall, just there's not much to say about her, but like what she does is just so good. Like that's all I gotta say. Like what she is just so good. There's not like no like secrets about her, tricks or anything. It's just she's just so strong. Like I'll just put it simply like that. I don't think I don't think she needs nerfs. I don't think she needs buffs. I think she's just good where she's at. But yeah, we'll see next patch. She might be OP next patch, so we'll see. Kwang, I have been loving Kwang recently, and like so the thing about Kwang, guys, the way I've been approaching this patch, I probably should have mentioned this in the beginning of the video, is I've been approaching this with how do I shut down Satirial, right? So most of these characters that you see can shut down Satirial, right? You cage the Satirial player, you just don't die right away, so you actually get to the back line to hit the Satirial. Things like that, right? These characters are going to be good for dealing with it, right? And that's not the only way I'm approaching it, but it is one of the ways, right? Because Satirial's like OP right now, right? We're all dealing with it. It's super annoying. I think it's unhealthy for the game. I don't like Satirial, right? Now Kwang, I fell in love with Kwang recently because he can deal with it incredibly well. You can tether the backline, and literally, if you build, I made a YouTube video on this. I build like an alt build with like Vesh and Overseer. And you basically can one-shot a Satirial user if you tether them. So this character, this is not the only reason I'm putting him here, but that's just like a bonus I just want to let you guys know about. But yeah, this character is insane. He can play into most matchups. If you rotate into a team fight, he tethers a target, they just die. You could build him tank, or you can build him damage. I've recently been trying both. I've been trying tank Nihil with him, and I've been trying Vesh damage. Both ways feel incredible. In certain matchups, he feels pretty bad in a 1v1, but overall, that's not gonna stop him from being top tier, to be honest, because he just is. His wave clear is insane. He can fight very well in most matchups. His team fight is insane. Overall, this character is really strong. He's been growing on me again, so yeah, I would put him top tier for sure. Okay, Grux. We made it to big Grux. I'm not gonna say Grux is OP. But I'm gonna say he's like top of the top tier. He's top of the food chain right now. Grux bullies so many characters. You can run like so many different Eternals on this thing. You run Marrow, you can run Thrax, you can run Nell. You will find value with almost any way you play this character. Insane wave clear, insane bully in lane, insane split push. He's really good in team fight, really good for OBJ pull. He's just really strong right now. You could even build Weld on him. I basically like I can basically win lane with Grux almost against any of these. Like I actually don't have a problem at all playing into any of these champs with Grux. I think Grux is just that strong right now. So yeah, I think he's just top of the top tier. I think he's just that strong. I don't know. There's not much to say about Grux. Grux pretty simple character. I think we all know how Grux works. But yeah, he's just pretty strong right now. So Wukong, I've been recently picking him up. If you guys tuned into my streams, my last video is actually a Wukong video. Dude, this character, dude, I freaking love Wukong, man. I know a lot of people hate it, but I'm a Wukong lover. I love playing it. I hate playing against it. It's one of those things. He is, I don't know, man. He might be top tier again, but I'm gonna put him here. Nah, I think he is top tier. I just don't know where I'd put him. Put him here for now. Yeah. So Wukong is the best split pushing character in the game. He can basically he can play the lane the early game almost against anybody. You just have to play incredibly passive, get a few gold items, like get a few gold items, get your gold, get a few items, and then at that point you can one shot waves, and you basically just snowball the lane, right? You don't have to rotate almost ever. You just draw your offlaner to you at all times. You do just get to a point where you win like 99% of 1v1s in the late game. If you play it right, this is a high skill ceiling hero. Yeah, the better you are with this hero, the better the character is. Like if you, yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to decide if I want to put him here or here. I don't know if I don't think he's OP because he definitely can get shut down, but he is top tier. If you put him in the right hands, he does what he does the best, which that is just split pushing. He can take jungle camps for free. There's just some like characters that can shut him down easier than others, like Morn, like if you can mez him pretty easily, like things like that, right? If you Grux pull with Gravitum, that can shut down Wukong, but there's always gonna be counterplay in games like this. But the point is, he's still top tier even with his counterplay. He is just a very strong hero. So, okay. Greystone, guys. This might not be a surprise to you. I think Greystone's OP right now. Greystone's just overtuned. Like, quite simply just overtuned. I hope they don't gut him. I don't know if they're gonna nerf him. Obviously, they won't buff him. But I hope they don't gut him because there's just been a lot of patches where he's just been like meh. But he's been good for a while. Now he's just gotten a lot of buffs to where he's OP. He just does too much damage. He sustains too well for how much damage he does. His wave clear is insane. You can never kill him in lane. You can't really punish this character at all. He can do whatever he wants. You can run different options for Eternals. I run Crix because you just never die in lane. You scale incredibly well with health. You combine it with items like Rapture, Aegis, just health scaling items, and it just becomes ridiculous. So yeah, this character is definitely OP. I stomp every single time I play this character, whether that's ranked or even in scrims. I've been stomping in scrims with this character, literally carrying the entire game when I play this. It's just broken. If it was game day, I would literally slam this every single time. They would have to ban it. I would literally top pick this every single game. That's where he's at. So yeah. Akron, OP. I think he's probably more OP than Greystone actually. These are definitely the most OP champs in the offlane, hands down. I don't think anybody can convince me otherwise. I think, like, if you're gonna judge this tier list, you can change things from, you know, any of this, right? Any of the middle, you can definitely change. But if I got anything right, it's these two being the best. Nobody can convince me otherwise. I'm very set in stone that these are the most OP offlane champs in the game right now. These two are just ridiculous. They are in their own category. Acheron, dude, this character, like, I didn't even find this build. This kid, his name is Dylan, and he built Nihil with armor, just like regular armor items, and like he was just basically unkillable. He built tank Acheron, and I literally could not kill this thing. It's just ridiculous. This character does so much damage. I've been trying his build. His tank Acheron build is actually insane. I still like the way I play my Acheron with the Zarus. So you can build however you want. You can build him tank. You can build him like you can one-shot squishies. You basically leap onto them. If you guys are not new to my channel, you guys know what I do with this character. Like, just watch any of my videos and you'll see, you know, how crazy this character is. But even like how well I might play him, the character's still just OP. Like, it's not that hard to play this character. Like, if you just jump onto a target in a team fight and just press your buttons, like, this character is just insane. Like, he's doing so much damage and he's so hard to kill. He scales incredibly well. So this character is just overtuned. He might be the most OP character in the whole game right now. But yeah. So, I mean, not much more to say on that. Acheron is just absolutely overtuned. They buffed him, I don't know, so many times. They recently like gave him a slight nerf, but it just wasn't anything. And like, yeah, he just feels insane. I don't know. I'll just kind of leave it at that. The last one is Bale. I don't know how he got stuck in the bottom, but Bale, I've never been like a biggest fan of Bale, as you guys probably know my other tier list, but he's pretty good right now. I haven't actually been seeing him that much. He's a bully champ in the early game. He does fall off late game. If you snowball with him, he's incredible. But the way I see it is, if you get into late game, he just loses a lot of his value. He's really good for picking off single targets with his ult combo with things like Murdoch Snipe. It's pretty insane. It's pretty insane tech. But he's not top tier. He might be amazing. He might just be good. I'd probably put Scarlet over him. He's probably just good. Haven't seen enough of him. He might be amazing. I definitely don't think he's top tier. I don't think he matches with any of these. Yeah, that's gonna end it, guys. So hopefully I didn't miss anything. Hopefully this all makes sense. How long is the video? 38 minutes. Pretty long, not too bad, I guess. But this is overall the entirety of the list. Like I said, I think the definite obvious ones are Acheron, Greystone. If you play this game, you understand. I think the list looks pretty good overall. Some of the stuff is a little bit uncertainty. Like I said, Scarlet's still new. She could be better. She could be worse. I'm not impressed, to be honest. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, what you guys would change, what you guys been experiencing in your lobbies. What you guys think about, how I did the video, how I explained it. Do you think I need to explain it longer or more, or did I explain it too much? Let me know what you guys think. Give me some good feedback. That way I can make these tier lists better. But I think we're pretty well into the patch for where I have a good understanding of these champs. And that's my full tier list, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll keep doing the content. Let me know what you guys want to see, and you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you next time. Peace.